Hey everyone, welcome again to another 360 Timmy. So this week we've gone from Central Park in New York City to Margate in Kent. And we're at the Dreamland Cinema, which back in the day was the location where the Rolling Stones and the Who played their very early gigs. And it seems quite poignant for that particular history to welcome my guest today, Tom A. Smith.
Hello, how are we doing?
Welcome, Tom.
No, thank you very much for having us.
Tom is a singer, a songwriter, a recording artist and rising star of the music scene. I talk about people like the Who and the Stones with long careers. It feels like Tom's had that kind of long career already. At the age of 4, he picked up a guitar and played for the first time. He had his first gig at the age of 8. He had his first Glastonbury performance before he went to secondary school. He's been tipped by Elton John to be a future star, and he's also backed by Billy Bragg as well. So that is an amazing career so far, Tom.
Sounds alright, doesn't it?
Where does it all start? Maybe we should push the button actually,
Yeah,
so
I
we
think
get
so.
across the street actually. Simple things, walking through traffic. So where did it all come from? Did you get the guitar at 4 years old?
Yeah, it's like, there's a local band in the Northeast called Detroit Social Club, and my dad was massive fans of them, and he's always been a massive fan of music. Not very musically talented himself, I'll tell you that firsthand. But they used to come around our house every single week, and they'd play FIFA, football, and then do like a 10-minute guitar lesson at the end of each week, and then that just progressed to more and more, because I feel like you can just give a 4-year-old a guitar and expect him to play a guitar, and he'll probably get a bit preoccupied with something else and maybe not have the most concentration. So he just used to play FIFA and football and have a laugh and a kick about, and then do 10 minutes of guitar, and that got bigger and bigger and more. And eventually when I was 8, I got my first opportunity to play a gig, and it was quite a legendary venue in the Northeast called the Cluny in Newcastle, and it was just supporting them doing their reunion show for a charity gig, and it was sold out, and I remember being absolutely petrified, but also just coming off stage and realising how much I loved it and loved every second of it. And since then I've not really looked back, and it's all I've ever planned to do and all I ever want to do, really.
That's amazing. And you're unfortunately that generation that I think you had your GCSEs during lockdown.
Yeah.
So you had plenty of time in your hands. I think you say that you decided to do it as kind of a 9-to-5 job, that during lockdown you would write songs every day. Yeah,
I just treat that whole period as time to sort of work on my own stuff. Before the lockdown I was doing all right as like a sort of young novelty cover artist, I suppose, in a way, and I was getting decent festival billings and stuff like that, which was amazing. But I didn't want to do that forever. I always loved writing songs and creating music, and that's what I wanted to do. So when lockdown hit, live music was sort of taken away from us for a little while. So I used that period just to hone in the craft of songwriting, and I've got like a SoundCloud link now of about 500 tunes on, all demoed and recorded at home, which I'm ready and happy to go with, and we can get in the studio and record them all and make them bigger and better. But yeah, it's probably the most, I think for many artists it was a very difficult time. Not that it wasn't difficult, but for me it just gave me an extra leg up, I think, and it's put me in good stead for the next few years, really.
And how did you? So before you were on the internet as Tom Mouse, I believe.
Yeah.
So how did you start from that first gig? Was that the spark for all these other performances and opportunities that have come up since? I
think so. Yeah, partially. I was lucky enough to have some great opportunities before, when I was younger, and there's so many people who were so supportive of what I did. Tim Burgess from the Charlatans being one of them. And like Catfish The Bottlemen, who have got their return again next year. They were fantastic for me too. And when I came out of lockdown, obviously I changed my name and stuff like that. Not drastically, but just a bit more maturity to it, I suppose.
Yeah.
And it's really put me in good stead, I think. Just being used to performing live. Through lockdown, I think many musicians got the opportunity and started doing well within lockdown with music, and then came out and weren't used to performing live and open under the live setting and stuff like that. We saw it with a lot of TikTok stars and things like that, who've done well musically. But But it just put me in good stead coming out of it. You know, used to be on stage and used to that setting and that surrounding. And yeah, it's been a fantastic 2 years since then, really.
And you certainly put the work in, because one thing I picked up, and I believe you do your own social media.
Yeah.
And I first saw you on your appearance on Sunday Brunch.
Yeah.
And followed on Instagram. And to say I've had daily content non-stop would be an understatement. But, you know, you really did put the work in, don't you, on that side of the fence?
No, of course, absolutely. I think, you know, people can moan about social media and how, you know, difficult it is and everything like that, which it definitely is. But I feel like it's a tool that we all have that can allow anybody to see what you're doing. So
Sorry about that way.
Why not, you know, make the most of it and utilise it as much as we can, really. You know, it's sometimes can be a bit tough, but, you know, it's an important part of it. It's probably the main part of it now, really.
Isn't it? Because you're, I mean, I actually stumbled over calling you recording artist, because you're almost a streaming artist. You're the new generation of the music industry, aren't you?
No, of course, yeah.
Has any of your work gone onto physical media, or have you not got that far yet, or that's not something you're really thinking about?
It's, you know, it's come up in conversation a few times, and, you know, I always love the idea of having a physical record and stuff like that, but it's so expensive to do, and I need to know that I'm in a place that people are going to buy it, and people are going to, you know, be interested in it. And at the moment, you know, you sort of get so hung up over streaming numbers and how important they are, and even though it's not the be all and end all, it is an important part of it all. And yeah, I think we're just focused on that at the moment, but in the future and down the line, I 100% want to do some physical stuff, because, you know, that is the cool part about music for many years, I suppose, and
yeah,
you know, just that having my own record and having my own physical stuff would be amazing. And
it's had a bit of a renaissance, hasn't it, records and physical media? I think there's a whole generation that never had it and now want it.
No, exactly, yeah.
Sort of,
no, especially, you know, even myself, you know, I've got hundreds of records at home that, you know, used to belong to me dad, and only I listen to now. And I think that whole, you know, I feel like the listening to an album is sort of gone now because of streaming and stuff like that, you know. It's all like playlists, listening to a load of artists, and, you know, you notice now that every artist's album, their most streamed song is the first song on it.
Yeah.
So, you know, that, you know, sitting down and listening to a full album has sort of gone a little bit, but, you know, hopefully we can sort of bring that back over the next few years. You know, it's a real sort of, I think young people quite like the cool idea of having a record and stuff like that now, so we'll see. I
do like the fact as well that, so I first listened to you, as I said, way back in March. I think I went on holiday and listened to a lot of your tracks. Dragonfly sticks with me because I was on a beach, much like the one today, sandy, but it wasn't 1 degree like it is today. It was 30 degrees. So I was sitting back, and I will always associate that holiday with Dragonfly now.
Oh, amazing, yeah.
So, and I loved Weirdo, which is one of your greatest, I think. And I've got lots of t-shirts on that one.
There we are.
And I also like, I bought some of your digital press, your demos.
Oh, yes, yeah.
And I liked Hope, or H-O-P-E.
Yeah, yeah.
Where you sampled Michelle Obama.
Right, yeah.
I think that is an amazing track.
No, it's like, because I had so much time through lockdown to write songs, there's so many there that a lot of them won't see the light of day, you know, will never get released, and will never, because there's so many tracks there that I really like, and some just sit further down the pecking order than others, really. And I thought it was a good opportunity for the people who have been the most supportive to me over the last few years, to give them this opportunity to own something in a little bit of a different way.
Yeah. It's almost like,
like
an art crypto, isn't it? An investment in something that's not got a big release.
No, of course, and, you know, it's very personalised. You got your own number, it's got your name on it and stuff like that, and it belongs to you. And, you know, the price can go up, and it can go down, but it can't really go down, really, because there's only 50 of them available. So it's a nice investment for them, and, you know, it's up to them whether they keep it or they don't. So but it's it was a cool idea, and it's a little bit different as well. And not many artists have done it yet, but I think it's going to become.
Where did that idea come? Is that an idea that you came up with, or you were advised? You're mixing with lots of people in the music industry. You must take the best ideas from everyone that you come across.
Yeah, sort of a mixture, really. My one of our managers, Mike Walsh, works very closely with the company Serenade, who are fantastic. and really cool. And you know, he was keen for me to be part of it, and you know, so was I. I think it's such a cool, unique idea, really. And you know, it's as I said, giving those people who have given me a little bit more of a push over the last few years something special, something to own for themselves.
So this year's been quite a year for you. I mean, I think actually you could probably say that for the last year as well, and probably the year ahead. But when I followed you, I think you then announced a UK tour, and to me it seems like you have not been off tour or supporting somebody ever since. I mean, you're literally traversing this country every day, not every week. It's
been a phenomenal year. You know, we've done a lot of shows. I think it's around 150 once the end of the year finishes, which is probably, it's about one every 3 days really, which is a bit wild. I mean, mass is probably horrendous there, but no, but it's been fantastic, and the people that we've met and that we've managed to spend time with over the last year, been fantastic. You know, getting to work closely, do some shows with the legends, James. You know, that was a great time.
And one of your managers, James, I believe.
That's right, yeah. And you know, they're a great bunch of people, and you know, Tim's been incredibly supportive of everything that I've done over the last couple of years. So it was nice to play with such an iconic band at such an iconic venue, really.
Yeah.
And
I believe you rocked up at my day job, Sky.
Yeah.
You appeared on Soccer AM.
That's right.
And you text Miles Kane, fancy coming down and playing.
Yeah.
And Sky just went, yeah, fine, yeah.
Absolutely.
What an opportunity that was.
No, of course. I mean, Miles has just been so supportive of me over the last couple of years, and you know, I thank him so much for, you know, the opportunities he's given us. It's been amazing, and what a talented, genuine person he is. You know, he's been so supportive, and doing that tour with him was probably like the first big thing that I did really coming out of lockdown. That tour with Gang of Youth as well, which was amazing. That was just me and a guitar. But that tour of Miles gave me this extra bit of confidence, and the support that he gave us and how he wanted to be involved in what I was doing was amazing. And obviously, being a massive football fan, being able to go on Soccer AM and perform live on telly with him was amazing.
So working with Miles, you've written together, have you?
Yeah, on a few occasions.
What's the process there? Because I guess you can learn a lot from him, but actually he could learn a lot from you. I mean, you know, no one stops learning, no matter how.
No, exactly. Yeah,
it's let's cross over here.
Yeah. But no, he's when we got together, the first time we got together, it's always me bringing an idea, me bringing a song, and then you know, him working his magic and putting our heads together and just adding something and making it so Like You Do, which is a single that we put out together back end of last year. I'd been playing that song through his whole tour, and we sat down together and just turned it into this massive single, really. And I was just playing it with me and a guitar on his tour, and the band would lead the stage. But yeah, he just gave it this new little bit of life and his new bit of personality, which he didn't have before, which, you know, added so much to the record. It's probably one of, if not my favourite one that I put out so far, really, still.
And you do the whole thing in terms of the music as well. So the band, you have a band that supports you. You've got a friend from college.
Yes,
and friends of your brothers.
Yeah.
But you literally write the music for the drums, the bass, the guitar, and everything.
It's you know, I'm lucky enough to have such a supportive, talented band. You know, who don't know why, but put all the trust that they have into us to get it right, which is amazing. And you know, this we all get along so well, and
that's just as well, really.
Yeah, exactly.
You're literally travelling in a small minibus with them, aren't you?
Pretty much.
Even today to come here to Margate.
No, exactly. Yeah, and you know, we're like a little family now, which is amazing. And it's lucky that we have been friends for so many years. You know that. You know, there's no awkward stage at the start of, you know, getting used to each other and that, because we've all just, you know, known each other. And yeah, they're an absolute pleasure to have on board, really, and so much fun as well. And you know, they're a force live as well.
I'm absolutely, well, so I was just saying to you before we recorded, I'm seeing you, not tonight in Margate, unfortunately, but hopefully I'll see a sound check later, but on Sunday in Tunbridge Wells.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to that very much. So,
Yeah, no, it should be good fun.
so what are your plans for next year? You've done a lot of touring and festivals and appearances this year. Anything specific for next year, or still a work in progress at the moment?
We still got things booked, but there is actually not a single thing that I can announce yet.
Right.
Which is a bit of a shame. But it's going to be a mega year again. And, you know, some of the offers we got in so far are just dead exciting.
Yeah.
I'm looking forward to, you know, hopefully I can get myself back on tour again, do some bigger venues. Maybe not 34 dates again, like that's a bit much.
Yeah.
But maybe some bigger venues, do all the big cities, that would be nice. But, you know, we'll have to see. And I've got, as I said, I've got plenty of songs and plenty of records that I'm ready to put out. Which, you know, again, going into next year, I'm looking forward to putting out even bigger and better singles.
I don't know how you contain your excitement. Again, you must know some of the things you're going to do, and I know you can't announce them, but you must be pinching yourself, saying, "Oh, I'm dying to, I'm really looking forward to this." I mean,
no, of course, yeah, and
you must have a lot of sleepless nights the night before.
just about, yeah. But no, the thing is, we're just trying to enjoy it as much as we can. You know, we know how lucky we are to be in this opportunity, to be in this position. Even though a lot of hard work has gone into it, you know, it's not happened overnight. But the momentum and the excitement around it, especially over the last, you know, sort of month while doing this tour, people are starting to really appreciate the live side of it as well. And, you know,
and I didn't say at the start, you're 19 at the moment.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
let's go down that way. So you've been doing this a long time.
Just about,
actually,
yeah.
compared with lots of people, and you've got lots of experience. I just think that's kind of super exciting for what you've got ahead. So,
of course.
Where do you agree with Elton John? You'll be playing stadiums in 5 to 10 years.
Well, I hope so. You know, that is the plan, I suppose. You know, that's what all the work goes into. But you know, I feel like that sort of stuff only happens if you continue to enjoy it and if you continue to put in the same amount of hard work, you know, all the time. And you know, it's not something you can sit back and just watch happen. You know.
Yeah.
It's a lot goes into it, and some people might think it's just a bit of a sky, but you know, it is a full-time job.
Yeah, absolutely.
And it's a full-time, you know. I mean, I've not seen my family in a month now.
I can imagine. I've seen your dates, and you don't literally come down in some kind of county order, do you?
No.
You can flip up and down the country.
No, exactly, yeah.
Depending on the date, so.
No, yeah, and you know, the plan is to keep getting this bigger and keep evolving it as much as we can. And we're just so excited for what's to come, really. You know, the growth that has shown, not even just this year, but over the last few months. You know, we've gone from, you know, playing to 100 people in my local area in Sunderland.
We're just here at Olby's.
Here we are. There we go.
This is where you're playing tonight.
Yeah.
And in fact, we can see your poster on the door there.
There we go.
Look at that.
Looking forward to it. It's going to be good fun, I think.
So you were excited for this one?
Yeah, it's a bit of a different vibe to the rest of the tour. It's going to be a bit more of an intimate one, which is nice. So, no, I'm looking forward to it. It's quite a nice little break and a relaxing set compared to the other things that we've been doing, which have been amazing. But no, it's going to be a different vibe, and I'm looking forward to it, really.
I saw you, and I like a lot of your Instagram posts. So last night you posted, "Is this the most exciting time of my life?" Question mark, and you went, "Probably."
Yeah.
I guess that's going to just every month.
No, of course, yeah. It's, you know, I'm looking at what I'm doing now and how much fun I'm having in the minute, and that, you know, looking into next year, how bigger and better that's going to be again. And it's just, no, it is really exciting. And you know, everyone around us is buzzing, and you know, I'm lucky to have such fantastic people supporting us and around us. So it all just feels very good in the minute.
Yeah, that's amazing. So this is going out on the 21st of December. So will there be any more dates around that sort of time for tickets to go, or are they?
No, that'll be me done.
That'll be done. So when this goes out, you'll be able to put your feet up and you'll be home with your family.
Yeah. There we go.
That is awesome. Well, Tom, thank you so much for giving up your time. I really do appreciate it. Amazing. I can't wait to see you on Sunday. Can't wait to see you this afternoon.
There we go.
I can't wait to see how you go in the coming years. Amazing. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.